to my channel. So guys, today I'm going to make my bourbon chicken tonight for dinner. So I wanted to show you how I do my bourbon chicken. Here's a list of ingredients you guys are going to need for this. You're going to need some bourbon. I have some Jim Beam bourbon over there. You're going to need some chicken breast. I have about 2 pounds of chicken breast over there. You're going to need some cornstarch. You're going to need some salt, some black pepper, some oil, minced garlic. You're going to need some water. You're going to need some apple juice, chicken broth, some soy sauce, and some ketchup. You're also going to need some apple cider vinegar, some brown sugar. You're going to need some fresh ginger, some onion powder, and some crushed red pepper flakes. And then you're going to need some scallions for the end to garnish with. And that's it, guys. That's all you need to make Rexy'S bourbon chicken. So let's get cooking, guys. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do, this is just my chicken breast cut up into little pieces, probably about between 1/2 and 1 inch wide. And all I did was rinsed it really good and dried it. So the only thing you're going to do at this point is we're going to season it with a little salt and pepper. Not too much salt because the soy sauce that we're using has a lot of salt. So we're not going to put too much salt. But we want to do, you know, a fair amount of pepper to your taste, of course. Okay, we'll start with that. And a little bit of salt. Okay, so that's our salt and pepper. And all we're going to do is put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're going to coat the chicken. Looks good. And we're just going to move the chicken around and coat all the pieces with the cornstarch, salt and pepper. That looks good. I'm going to put a little bit more pepper on the top. Perfect. And that's it for this step. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you over at the stove so we can work on our next step. Okay guys, so I have everything set up. I will have all the measurements and ingredients in the description box for you guys, of course. All I have here is my wok, and I put a couple of tablespoons of regular oil, and then I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to this as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on to almost high, so in between high and medium. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the chicken first. Here's the chicken that we prepared with the salt, pepper, and cornstarch. And then just back here, I just have some rice that I've cooked for dinner. And that's it. So I'm going to let this wok get nice and hot. And then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken to this. Alright, so the oil is getting nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping the chicken in there. And I'm just breaking it up just a little bit so it's not on top of each other and it becomes nice and crispy. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to start moving this chicken around. See how it's getting a nice golden brown? It's exactly what you want. Alright, I'm going to cook this now for another minute or 2 and show you what it looks like when we get there. See you back, guys. Alright guys, so it's been another minute, and see how it's turning a nice golden brown? Let's see if you guys can see that. See the nice golden brown? I don't know if you guys can see that. You know I suck at zooming and stuff. And this is really a very quick, easy meal to put together. So delicious, guys. Trust me on this. It's really easy, quick, but it's so good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let this get a little more brown. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. Okay guys, the chicken is turning a nice golden brown. Now we don't need the chicken to be fully cooked, We just want it to be a nice brown, a golden brown to it. We're just trying to get a nice, you know, it's basically a sear to it. We're going to be cooking this for about 15-20 minutes in the sauce that we make. So it'll fully cook in the sauce. Alright, I'm going to give this chicken another minute, transfer to a bowl that I have over here, and then we'll put together the sauce, and that's it. So we're back, guys. Alright guys, the chicken is looking perfect. It's a nice golden brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it to this bowl real quick. And we are going to cook the ginger and the garlic for about probably less than a minute before we start making the sauce. So we can get the fragrances going and waking up the ginger and the garlic so it's not raw. I'm going to go ahead and lower this to medium now. And I'm going to go ahead and add the ginger and the garlic. And I'm going to cook this, like I said, maybe 30 seconds. I don't want it to burn. I just want to cook the rawness out and get the flavors going. And just keep on moving it around so you guys don't burn it, because the oil is very hot. Alright, now all we're going to do is just go ahead and make our sauce. We're basically going to just put everything in the pan. And then we'll whisk it. Or if you guys want, you can do it in, you know, just a big bowl, whisk it all together and just pour it in at once. But I wanted to show you guys how to do this. And, you know, what I was putting in. Alright, so we're going to put our chicken stock. We're going to put our apple juice. We're going to do a half a cup of soy sauce. And you could do low sodium if you guys want. I just do less salt, that's all. I don't like the low sodium soy sauce, but you guys can do low sodium, it's fine. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You know, I'm never exact, guys. Some hot flakes. We are going to do some onion powder. We are going to do some ketchup. We're going to do our sugar. So fun fact, the original bourbon chicken does not have bourbon in it. It was actually made on Bourbon Street, New Orleans, hence the name bourbon chicken. We're going to do 1/4 or a little bit more of the bourbon. Ooh, that smells good. And you can get whatever bourbon you want. I just buy the Jim Beam. And we are going to give this a very nice whisk, incorporating everything. And like I said, you guys can go ahead and just put it all in a bowl, whisk it all up, and then just pour it in here. But I wanted to show you everything that I was putting in, and, you know, step by step. We're going to also add 1 cup of water. There is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that we're going to use as a thickening agent towards the end. Okay guys, so this is coming back up to temperature. We want it on a low boil, high simmer before we start adding back the chicken, which it's about there. So all I'm going to do is add the chicken back in. Carefully. going to do is we're going to reduce this, cook it for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to add the cornstarch to thicken it all up and put it together. Alright guys, so it's been about 15 minutes. This is going to be our last step, and then we can go ahead and plate this beauty and taste it. So at this point, all you're going to do is take your 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I have about 1.5 tablespoons of water, making a slurry. Just go ahead and put that in there, mix it really, really good. And put that in there like that. Mix this around. And we are going to let this cook probably about 5 minutes. See how nice and thick the sauce is? Now if you don't want so much sauce, just cut the recipe in half for the sauce. We like, you know, it's saucy on the rice, but if you don't like so much sauce, just like I said, cut the recipe in half. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to go ahead and plate this and meet you over there to taste it. Okay guys, so I went ahead and plated it. I put it in a bowl with some rice, as you guys can see. And the last thing you do is just take a little bit of the scallions and put it right on top. However much you guys want. Making it all pretty and fancy. And that's it. Look how pretty that is. And it smells absolutely delicious in here. So I'm going to let this sit just for a minute so I don't burn my mouth. And I'm going to taste it for you guys. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and taste this for you. It smells absolutely delicious. I'm going to get a little bit of the rice and a piece of the chicken. And the chicken is really nice and tender and moist. And my mouth is salivating. Alright, here we go. This is so good, guys. Absolutely delicious. Really quick and easy meal to put together. Please make this recipe. Let me know if you've made it, what you thought. It's absolutely delicious. It's sweet. It's got a little kick to it. Like I said, the chicken is nice and tender and moist. It's absolutely delicious. And the sauce is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making it for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and serve my family dinner. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.